between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd.
Hello, welcome back to Sack to the Future. It is Monday Night Football of week number 9 for 1971. It's the Dallas Cowboys visiting the New York Giants. Rivalry game, so anything can happen, but the Cowboys heavily favored in this one. So out comes Roger Staubach, the league leading passer. 1,800 yards, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. 146 out of 211, so you see up right around 70%. Leads the league in passer rating. Only quarterback in the National Football League here in 1971 to have a quarterback rating over 100. And there's a pitch out to Dan Reeves on the first play of the game. Dan Reeves gets a huge 20-yard gain. How about that for Dan Reeves? It's Monday Night Football. There's the pitch to Dan Reeves. Gets some good blocking. Quick 20-yard run. So this is Monday Night Football, so we already know, plus they were broadcast on Sack to the Future since the NFC East swept Sack to the Future every game broadcast involving a Sack to the Future team, or a NFC East team. The Eagles won to get to 4-5. The Redskins also won to get to 6-3. So the loser of this game will be the only team in the division to lose. If it is somehow the Cowboys, then this division takes a dramatic turn, as they would lose a game to everyone in the division, and you would have everyone within 2 games of each other. If the Cowboys win, of course, then they have a 4-game lead over the Giants, 3 over the Eagles, or 3.5 over the Eagles, and so those 2 teams are pretty much done, and it comes down to just Cowboys and Redskins. Cowboys, Neely, Nyland, Manders, Nye, and Rayfield Wright. Bob Hayes and Lance Allworth, the receivers. Garrison, Thomas, and, I guess Dan Reeves, since he got a 20-yard carry, will be the main running backs. And, of course, Mike Ditka playing tight end. There's a completion downfield. Staubach, 2 of 2. Quick handoff to Dwayne Thomas. He gets hit and stopped. Here's a Giants defense for you. Reed, Lakes, Kanicki, and Fred Dreyer, the rookie who's having a good year. Ralph Heck in the middle, Jim Files, and John Douglas outside backers. John Douglas playing for the injury. Eaton and Lockhart, the safeties. Willie Williams and Otto Brown are the corners. So, as everyone is, these teams slightly banged up, but not too bad. No major injuries. Calvin Hill, the backup running back, hurt for the Cowboys. The Giants are minus a linebacker and their best running back, Ron Johnson. So Giants, I guess, a little bit more banged up than the Cowboys. Reeves' second carry, 2 carries, 27 yards. Dwayne Thomas leads the team in rushing, but it's been Dan Reeves getting the majority of the plays so far. Staubach fires towards the end zone. Bob Hayes cannot come down with it. Tried to use Bob Hayes' jumping ability rather than his speed on that one. And here comes a field goal attempt from 39 yards. Cowboys had a bye week last week. The week before that, they lost their first and only game to their other rival, the Eagles. So the Cowboys certainly don't want to start a losing streak, and they definitely don't want to lose back-to-back games against rival teams. That would just annoy them to no end. So you expect the Cowboys to put the hurt on the Giants here. They played an opening week, and the Cowboys won by about 140. So the Giants would like to keep it somewhat closer than that. Brandon Tarkenton, 3 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, over 1,300 yards, and he is in the vicinity of 63% completion percentage. Pretty good.
70, Indy. Watch the screen.
Tarkenton back to pass. Quick throw. Tucker Frederickson makes one Cowboy miss. But Leroy Jordan is there to pick up the slack that Edwards left behind. Here's the offensive line for the Giants. It's Young, Highland, Larson, Van Horn, and Charlie Harper. Herman and Houston, the receivers. Rocky Thompson, Tucker Frederickson, the backs, and Bob Tucker, the tight end. Of course, those are the backs because the Giants are banged up in the backfield. Ron Johnson hurt, and also, I believe they had another injury as well. Duhan, perhaps. Bob Lilly and Jethro Pugh in the middle. George Andre and Larry Cole are the defensive ends. Leroy Jordan in the middle. Dave Edwards and Chuck Howley, the outside backers. You got corners of Renfro and Adderley, then Cliff Harris and Cornell Green are the safeties. You should know this stuff by now. You've seen the Giants and Cowboys play every single game. But just in case, those were the starters. And proof that I guess the Cowboys have no injuries on their defense. Tucker comes up short of the first down, and the Giants will have to punt. Small return up to the 34-yard line. They're saying 35. Maybe Alworth snuck it to the 35 before getting hit. Play action pass. Staubach fires to the right and nicely covered. Staubach comes up, fires, finds a hole in the defense, and Bob Hayes gets it up to the 44-yard line. Staubach 3 of 5. Staubach now turn hand to Thomas, who makes a couple of guys miss, showing some nice moves. Best run of the game for Thomas here in the early going. 2nd and inches coming up. Giants are going to need to force turnovers. Again, they got beat badly in the first game when they were the ones turning it over on top of the talent gap. But if they can reverse that and maybe get a +2, +3 in turnovers, they could steal a game. If it stays 0-0, the Cowboys should win, but again, not as much as they won week 1 by. Touchdown-looking pass from Staubach to Hayes, but it just stayed in the air a little bit too long. Just kept going and going until it landed out of the back of the end zone. Staubach will turn, hand off to Thomas. Breaks one tackle, but not a second. 3rd and 9. These are the kind of plays Giants need to make stops on. Can't let the Cowboys go this wide. And look at it, no pressure. The Cowboys put all kinds of people out in passing routes, leaving nobody to block except for the lineman, and the line had no problem blocking at all. Giants decided to try to cover all those receivers, and they did not do a terrible job, but I think Staubach could want that pass back. So it's going to be a 49-yard field goal attempt. He didn't get all of it. Hits the upright. Wide to the left, hits the upright. No good. Giants take over at their own 39-yard line.
That's what I do. Take four. Let's go.
Hand up to Tuck Frederickson. He goes nowhere. And Frederickson even worse on that play. 3 carries, -3 yards. 3rd and 15. Complete underneath and up to the 44. Target is 3 of 3, but not for very much yards. And the Giants will have to punt. So this is the second and last meeting of the game. The Cowboys finished the first half of their season, but they'll be done with the Giants all season long. You saw that spin move. It was pretty neat to start the punt return, and Allworth able to get about 10 on the return. So they already played the Eagles once and lost to. I think they played the Redskins once and beat them. So this will be 4 of their 6 divisional games will already be in the bag. Cowboys looking to go outside the division for most of the second half. There's Dwayne Thomas making some moves, dancing his way up to the 28-yard line. 3rd and 3. Staubach turns, fires, completes, and it's Mike Ditka who gets the first down.
70, Indy.
Staubach delay. Oh, fake. Play action looks deep for Bob Hayes. It's knocked up in the air and incomplete. These receivers are certainly scary in both Allworth and Hayes. Allworth maybe not as fast as he once was. For that matter, Hayes may not be as fast as he once was, but he's still probably as fast as any other receiver in the league. Allworth not as fast as Hayes, but still a dangerous receiver. So when you play in defense against them, it is kind of hold your breath each and every pass type of situation. And that allows people like Richardson, when he's in there, to find room on the field. McCray with the tackle. We've played one quarter. The Giants keeping it closer than they did in week 1, that's for sure. It's 3-0 Cowboys. The Rams are on a bye, but they've upped their record to 7-1. So the Cowboys, for the first time this season, are playing a game not ranked number 1 in their conference. The Rams currently have the 1 slot at 7-1. The Cowboys are number 2 at 6-1. So if the Cowboys win, they'll be tied record-wise. But because the Cowboys have not played any quote-unquote semi-pro teams. Oh, Dwayne Thomas is holding his wrist. So Dwayne Thomas gains 2 yards, but he was injured on the play. I was going to say I would give the edge to the Cowboys on account of all 8 of their games have been against real 1971 NFL teams. They were checking out Thomas on the sideline, but they did not tell him to go to the locker room, so he will have a good chance of coming back in this one. There's a completion out to Garrison, up to the 30-yard line. Right at that point where the field goal, they're in field goal range, but it's not a give me by any stretch of the imagination. Staubach sends the tight end in motion. Oh, but he takes too long to get set, and that's going to cost the Cowboys 5 yards. Early second quarter here, 3-0. Staubach with Richardson in motion. Looks, fires, completes to Allworth for a first down. Giants in bend but not break mode here. There's a handoff. Thomas back on the field. He checked him out. He's okay. 10 carries, 46 yards here in the first half. Thomas still near the top. We will look. The newspaper, which might not be immediately after the game, but probably sometime today. If interested. I mean, I don't expect anyone to be. It's mostly for myself, but if you are, then we will go ahead and check out, along with the standings and the normal stuff. The stats we'll look at this time will be the rushing leaders. So you should see Dwayne Thomas on that for sure. So we'll probably look at the top 20 leaders, which may have some quarterbacks on there, because some quarterbacks have really used their legs this year. Third and 5, another moment where the Giants defense has to come up with a stop, keep this game relatively close. Staubach fires over the middle. It is not a stop at all. A nice tackle made to stop Allworth from getting in the end zone, but down inside the 1. So first and goal for the Cowboys inside the 1. Talk about mission impossible, stopping a team with this good of an offensive line from getting in from here. Staubach wants a passing touchdown. Oh, he had it too, but he missed Richardson. So now let's see if Landry's like, okay, I gave you your shot. Now we're just going to run it in with this offensive line. No problem at all. They give it to Dan Reeves. Breaks one tackle, but does get stopped. So suddenly, mission impossible becomes possible, although nobody's covering the slot receiver. If Staubach sees it, it's a quick touchdown. It is a handoff, and they did it the hard way. The handoff was the harder way based on the Giants' alignment, but just to prove that they can do it even against what you're playing. They give it to Thomas. 2 Giants hit him. That's not enough. He breaks both tackles and goes into the end zone for the touchdown. So again, the Cowboys with a win, and my personal rankings will go back to number 1 in the NFC. But there are 2 teams in the AFC who have stretched the record to 8-1, the Houston Oilers and the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs, well, they both got shutouts. The Chiefs did it against the Vikings, which is more impressive than the Oilers doing it against a semi-pro team. Oilers, again, inflated. They've played like 4 semi-pro games already, so they're only 4-1 or so against real teams. But still, their overall record is 8-1, which is impressive. The Chiefs, I would say, are the number 1 team in the AFC. But next week, in Week 10, the Oilers and Chiefs play each other. They may have to broadcast the game, even if it's broadcast with computer announcers. I'll probably have to do at least that if I don't feel like I'm going to have a chance to actually sit down and call it. I can at least put it on broadcast just in case anyone's interested in seeing the 2 top teams in the AFC, kind of like a playoff preview. We'll see. We'll see if I'm able to broadcast that, or announce that, or just let the computer announcers go for it. But 2 9-1 team, 8-1 teams in the AFC. Unfortunately, the Rams and Cowboys don't play next week, I don't believe. So we might have to wait for the playoffs to see that one. Rocky Thompson gets a 7-yard gain, 3rd and 4. Giants need some points before this looks like week 1. Tarkenton waiting. Hit as he throws it into double coverage, and Houston tried to make the catch, but there's just too much defense. Giants will punt again. Out at the 19-yard line, that's where the Cowboys take over. The best quarterback in the league comes back out for a chance to get more points. 6 minutes to go before the half. Up by 10. Play action pass.
Let's go! Let's go! Set. 18 Gators. Hey, let's get in that hard. Big grip. Big grip.
Play action pass. Staubach going deep. He wants the whole thing. And he's got Bob Hayes. What a perfect throw to the speedster, Bob Hayes. Actually, very good coverage. Bob Hayes blowing people away. Blew away the Giants in the first game. This time the coverage is much better, but when you have a perfect throw like that, there's nothing you can do. All kinds of speed and a golden arm lead to that kind of stuff. Perfectly placed, my goodness. Nothing he could do. Literally nothing he could do when things work that well. And now the Cowboys are close to another touchdown. They'll pitch it out to Dan Reeves. They want Dan Reeves to get one. He gets pushed out at the 5. They tried last time they were down here on 1st and goal to give it to Dan Reeves, and he wasn't able to get in. This was much harder from 10 yards away. Staubach now. He's going to throw. He goes to the right, then fires out of the back of the end zone just to... The Giants put a lot of people in the end zone to cover that pass, and Staubach didn't fall for the bait. 3rd and goal. Roger steps up, fires, touchdown. No. Oh, Billy Truax. Man, I always forget how to say his name. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's a 4-point mistake. Throw was there. But the chip shot field goal nonetheless. Kick is up and good. And the Giants are on the edge. They're on the edge of getting blown out again like they did in week 1. Really a call out to Fran Tarkenton in this offense to get some points before the half.
Let's go, baby.
Look at the total yards. 247 for the Cowboys to 39 for the Giants. What are we doing, Giants? Fredrickson with his best run of the game, which was 6 yards.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Yo, 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 yo.
Another give, and Fredrickson does even a better job than last time. So suddenly, he's up to 13 yards, averaging almost 2 yards a carry.
60 out more. You can't block me. You can't block me. Ready? Let's go.
Tarkenton will hand off this time to Rocky Thompson. He gets stuffed. George Andre with the nice play. And that's a 2-minute warning. Giants getting beat pretty badly yardage-wise. The score is not a blowout yet, but the Giants need to figure out how to get some points on the board. Tarkenton fires, completes. The offensive line of the Giants doing better. There's a nice move by Houston, and he's got a race for the end zone. It gets in. What a great play by Houston. The offensive line is performing better than they did in week 1, where they gave Bob Lilly about 10 sacks. Look at this move here. Whoop. Adderley falls down. And then Houston shows some speed, outrunning guys such as Cornell Green. Now fair, he had a head start, but still he did not let Green catch him from behind, which is something. So there you go. The Giants needed points to make this a game in the second half, and they did get it. So now, as long as they don't let Staubach answer with a touchdown, we're actually going to have a game to watch in the second half, which is always fun. Five yards deep, and he's going to bring it out. Oh, tried to do the juke move. Got started a little bit too early before, or maybe the linebacker of the Giants just for it as hard as Cowboy was hoping for. But there's Dwayne Thomas on the day, 51 yards off just 12 carries. He does have a touchdown. Roger Staubach now trying to put the Giants back away, since the Giants have now opened the door for a good game. The Cowboys will let some clock run. Staubach now with just over a minute 20. Spins but gets hit. And it's the Giants who call a timeout. Wow, the greedy Giants, they got back into the game. Now they're thinking about getting more points before they have. This could be a mistake given the Cowboys a free stop. Staubach fakes it, and he's going to run. Two hands on the ball. Not sure if the proper play is to take a hit with the best quarterback in the league, but that's what they did. The Cowboys have run 40 plays, so look at that in the second half. The Giants' defense is definitely going to wear down if they stay at this pace. But right now, it's all about Fran Tarkenton and the Giants' offense. If they can get one more magical play and somehow take the lead into the half, that would shock the world. But even if they just get a field goal, that would still be pretty impressive. Quick pass to Fredrickson, so the Giants they'll go hurry up, but they're not going to call their last time out. Fires to this side. That's a first down. Nice throw over Tarkenton. Tarkenton 7 of 8, and I do not believe he's been sacked. So the Giants' passing game doing better than last time. Oh, there, Bob Lilly almost destroyed him, though. Doesn't take Bob Lilly many hits. That's the first time he's been able to hit Tarkenton, but he almost killed him. Tarkenton drops back, fires downfield, looking for another great catch by Houston, but Renfro able to match his athleticism on that jump ball. Fran Tarkenton now 3rd and 16. Will he just... Oh, no, he gets hit by Lilly again. Well, there you go. You get a little bit greedy. Instead of getting in the locker room celebrating the fact that you didn't let Lilly get to your quarterback, now suddenly you realize he already has 2 sacks. The man who's already hit the 20-sack mark halfway through the season. Oh, it just rolls into the end zone. Almost a perfect punt. But now Staubach will just kneel and will go into the locker room 13-7. Well, the Giants are keeping it closer than they did in week 1, but they're still trailing. Giants will get the ball to start the second half, though. Okay. Tarkenton spins out. He's going to run for some yards. He may have slid quicker than he needed to, but then again, he might still be seeing double after that initial hit Bob Lilly put on him. 4-yard gain. Jethro Pugh got off of his block pretty quickly and hunted down Fran Tarkenton and threw him to the ground. That's 3 sacks by the Cowboys in the last 2.5 minutes of game time after being shut down by the offensive line for an earlier part of the game. That's a great throw by Tarkenton. I don't know how he's able to still see and make those throws after getting hit as hard as he has the last couple minutes, but I guess he is a veteran, used to getting hit. And Fredericks, wow, that was weird. The power of, it looked like the three, Lilly and 2 other Cowboys were trying to kill Fredrickson, and they almost, like all their energy almost absorbed off each other. It was sort of like they hit him, and then he ended up not getting hit hard because he was getting hit from all sides with the same velocity or something. Somehow came out of it and got more yards. It was interesting. 3rd and 2. Handoff and a first down, and almost slipped past that last tackle. Evans, a nice 10-yard gain. The Giants have gotten the ball across midfield. Okay. 3rd and 8. Tarkenton drops back. In trouble. Fires. Completes. That's Herman, who fights his way down inside the 25-yard line. The Fredrickson not moving very quickly on that one, but still gets 2 yards. Cowboys bringing everyone up. It's an all-out run blitz, perhaps. Giants with the quick handoff to the fullback, but like I said, all-out run blitz. So Morrison's got nowhere to go. 3rd and 7. Fran Tarkenton drops back, pump fake, and then he's going to run for it and get the first down, but takes a hit inside the 10. Holds on to the football. D.D. Lewis on the hit. 13-7, but the Giants have a 1st and goal. It's a handoff to Evans, who spins away from a tackle, gets all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Giants having the perfect drive to start the second half here. 2nd and goal, can they finish it? It's a perfect drive. It's only perfect if it ends in a touchdown, of course. Oh, they do get it off before the delay of game. Evans breaks a tackle and gets into the touchdown. That was pretty much the perfect drive to start the second half. Took half the quarter away, kept Staubach on the sidelines, and resulted in a touchdown. And with 7.5 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Giants, shocking everyone, lead the Dallas Cowboys 14-13. Wow. What a difference half a season makes. The opening game Complete domination by the Cowboys. This one started off that way. You saw the Cowboys go up 240 total yards to 30, but the total yards have gotten a lot closer, and the game has actually gone into the Giants' favor. Look at the total yards now, 249 to 187. That's actually competitive. Staubach now fires underneath, complete. Bob Hayes on the slant. Bob Hayes can usually get that slant whenever he wants because of the great deep threat that he is, especially when Staubach put that one right on the money earlier. Oh, my goodness. That was a called run for Staubach. So he's getting hit just as hard as Tarkinen, but not because the offensive line is struggling. They are calling run plays for their quarterback. Staubach comes up, fires, completes. Not affected at all from the last hit. Bob Hayes up to 92 yards receiving. We saw last week. No, we didn't. We looked at quarterbacks. Next week, at the end of week 10, we'll take a look at receivers, and Bob Hayes, of course, will be up there. Play action pass all day long, but he's got to come underneath. Oh, Dwayne Thomas, I guess, taking his time getting out of bounds. So the Giants violently throw him there. The refs don't care. They know it's a rivalry game. There's a handoff. One tackle broken. The second one is made by Williams. Thomas at 55 yards now. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tight game, 14-13 in favor of the Giants. Roger Staubach from midfield will spin and fire and complete to Mike Ditka for the first down.
We got this. Come on.
Cowboys trying to answer the perfect drive that the Giants had to start the second half by having a perfect drive of their own. Imperfect so far, but they still have a ways to go to end it in the end zone. So again, the Giants' perfect drive took so much time off the clock that this good drive so far for the Cowboys, and we're all the way down to 3 minutes. There's a good chance if the Cowboys do end this in the end zone that it will finish off the third quarter. One drive apiece. Sometimes that happens when the drives are good. Staubach, 3rd and 5. This is to keep the drive going. Floats it out there. Oh, my goodness. Mike Ditka, the ex-Bear, showing them what they're missing. He went up, not known necessarily for his great athletic catches, but he makes one there. Mike Ditka, what? The Giants think they're getting off the field. Great coverage by Spider Lockhart, and Mike Ditka catches it with one hand, and the Cowboys are in the red zone. My goodness. Roger Staubach now looking in trouble. Decides to run away from the sack. Gets across. Less than 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Each team has had the ball one time this quarter. 2nd and 8. Staubach fires to the side. Dwayne Thomas. Beautiful tackle made. Dwayne Thomas has been breaking tackles and making people miss, but that was a great tackle to give the Giants a chance to stop him. Staubach, 3rd and 6. Fires complete. First down. The Giants will not stop them, but that is the end of the third quarter. So the Giants take 7.5 minutes, half the quarter, off the clock to get a touchdown. The Cowboys answer with an equally long drive, but it's not over yet. They have a 1st and goal, and we're already into the fourth quarter. Play action pass. Staubach fires back of the end zone. Touchdown. Cowboys answer with a touchdown of their own. Mike Ditka. You knew Staubach wanted to get in the touchdown after that amazing 3rd down one-handed grab he had earlier. And again, the slot's wide open. The Giants are leaving the slot wide open. Staubach doesn't take it again. Second time Staubach's gone for the harder version. The first one didn't matter. They got the touchdown, but on the 2-point conversion, it does cost them. So here we go. Definitely a better game than we had in week 1. The Cowboys jumped out to a 13-0 lead. Looked like a possible blowout. Again, the Giants really took things at the end of the second quarter and then flipped around and started the third quarter with massive drives to take the lead. But the Cowboys have answered that now with a touchdown of their own. And we're in for a good finish here. 14.5 to go. Giants trail the Cowboys by 5 points. Tarkenton drops back. Here comes blitz. No one picks him up, even though Fredrickson could have. He missed it. Renfro on the cornerback blitz gets to Tarkenton. That's where just another thing that they're missing. Ron Johnson. Not that Ron Johnson is the greatest blitz pickup guy or anything, but him being able to run at the very least, take some of the pressure off the guys running. Maybe they're a little bit less tired. They don't miss things like that, pick up the blitz, etc. But we are where we're at. Handoff to Fredrickson. He makes up for missing that blitz by getting the first down there. That's for sure. So the Giants' drive continues. Giants, there's enough time here. If they get halted, they can kick the field goal. That's not the end of the world, but they need points. Tarkenton throws underneath, complete to Morrison. Tarkenton 11 of 15, having a pretty decent game. Up to the 31, they're on the edge of field goal range now. Fran fires out, and that is caught. Only a 1-yard gain, but it is a catch. So the clock continues to move. 11 minutes to go in this game. Tarkenton, Bob Lilly almost got there, but Tark got rid of the ball in time. And the Giants are in the red zone. Back and forth this game goes. What a great rivalry game it has turned into. 19-14. Handoff to Chuck Evans. He gets ripped down. Chuck Howley had enough of Evans, and he ripped his head off almost. But that's a penalty when you grab the face mask to do it. And that puts the Giants at a 1st and goal situation. 10 minutes to go. Pitch out to Fredrickson. Breaks one tackle and gets out to the 8. So it was only a gain of 1. Cowboys are number 2 in the league at taking the ball away. The Giants have not turned it over today, though. That you can compete even with the best teams if you don't turn it over. Giants fire, and Tarkenton just throws that one away. Okay, 3rd and goal. You have 3 points in the bag pretty much. I mean, even in 71, they can make it consistently from here. So you can't turn it over. You gotta at least get the 3, but Tark wants to take the lead. Here we go. Fires, end zone. He's got it. Fran Tarkenton hits his tight end Tucker for the touchdown. And the back and forth game continues. Now the Giants will go for 2. The Cowboys failed to get 2. So now the Giants take a 1-point lead, and they'll go for 2. Tark drops, looking, in trouble, and down he goes. So both teams fail to get their 2-point conversions, and 9.5 minutes left in this one. It's the New York Giants 20 and the Dallas Cowboys 19. The decision to bring it out, and breaks a tackle, gets up to the 30-yard line. Good decision. 9:20 to go. Roger Staubach on the day, 19 of 27, 212 yards, 1 touchdown. Of course, no turnovers because he just doesn't turn it over. That's why he's the number 1 quarterback in the league. Neither team has turned it over today, though. Staubach comes out with a quick throw to Thomas. 20th completion on the day for Staubach. 9 minutes to go. Cowboys only need a field goal to take the lead. Plenty of time for either touchdown or field goal, but they only need the field goal. Staubach setting him a screen here. Gets it off. That's complete, and that works for a 1st down. Cowboys up to the 42-yard line. 8 minutes to go in this one. Staubach going to throw again. Puts it on the money again. This time to Ditka. And they're already in Giants field. Giants side of the 50. Just 7.5 to go in this game. Staubach fires. 2 Cowboys in the same place. The Cowboys actually stopped themselves from catching it there. 50. Yikes. 3rd and 10. Drive all of a sudden coming to a halt here, and suddenly Giants. Staubach has one more play, and on the move, makes a great throw. Right on the money to Allworth. And now we're inside of 7 minutes to go. The Giants, realizing the Cowboys are already in field goal range. Now the goal is to stop them from getting in the end zone. I mean, the goal is always to force a turnover, but since the Cowboys just don't do that, you got to try to hold a field goal. But Staubach with a perfect throw on the corner route. He hits his man, Atkins. What? It says first career touchdown. I don't know if that's true, but seldom used in 1971 so far. But they put him in, and a perfect throw, touchdown. And now for the third consecutive, it's just been touchdown, but failures of 2-point conversions. But this time, the Cowboys come up with a 2-point conversion. So finally, we have an exact 7-point lead. Wow, 13-7 at the half. Giants come out, long drive touchdown. Cowboys answer with a long drive touchdown. Giants go a little bit quicker and get a touchdown. Cowboys go a little bit quicker and get a touchdown. And now the Giants will have to do yet another touchdown drive here in the second half to tie this thing. Every time the Giants take the lead or get back into the game, and the Cowboys just come right back and take the lead back. And there's a flag. That's pass interference. Pass interference on the defense. Cowboy fans not going to like that. We're in New York, though. Don't know what that means, but Herb Adderley called for a penalty that I didn't see. And the Giants now getting assisted by the refs, perhaps. Tarkenton forces one into Tucker, 42 yards away. They still have over 5 minutes, so plenty of time. A delay handoff here, and the Cowboys all over it. Good play by Edwards. Giants not much on the ground. It's been mostly Tarkenton versus Staubach. The ground games have not been impressive. Fran comes out, throws to Tucker. Fredrickson, who gets right at the first down marker. There's a flag, though. Possible makeup call. It is holding against the Cowboys, so that kind of makes up for that pass interference. Oh, they declined it. The Cowboys declined it because it's 4th and inches. So it's all up to this 4th and inches play, and the Cowboys come through. Tom Landry knew what he was doing. He declined the penalty, giving them the yardage but not the down. 4th and inches. Jethro Pugh, of course, makes his coach look like a genius as he cuts through the line and buries Fredrickson in the backfield, and the Cowboys take over. And Staubach fires downfield, trying to put him away on that throw, but it falls incomplete. Hand off to Dan Reeves. Had a big carry in the first quarter and then hasn't done much since. 6 carries, 36 yards. Not bad for the guy that's not your top running back. Quick throw by Staubach to Richardson, but that is short of the first down, so the Giants do what they absolutely had to do, which is stop the Cowboys and force them to punt. First time the Cowboys have punted in a long time. I think they punted once, so this is the second punt for the Cowboys. Yikes, what? Oh, shit. Completion to Fredrickson. Under 3 minutes to go. It's definitely crunch time now. The clock's starting to matter. The Giants still have their timeouts, so they can use the middle of the field, and they can't even hand off, but they need more than a yard or two. I mean, the plays, whether they're runs or passes, need to get 6 yards apiece, I would say. Clock's starting to become more of a factor the more they fail to get big chunks. There's a nice throw right on the money to Morrison. Gets a block upfield, gets it all the way up to the 48. So that made up for the previous plays and the clock was becoming an issue, but that play kind of makes it not an issue again. 2 minutes, but they have all their timeouts. They need 52 yards. Tark throws, batted down at the line. Targeting up to 225 yards, trying to bring his team back against the mighty Dallas Cowboys. Fran Tarkenton fires, gets intercepted. The first turnover of the game is Herb Adderley, and he's got too much speed. That's the game. Herb Adderley on the first turnover of the game inside of 2 minutes to go. Tarkenton throws a 50-50 type ball, and Adderley wins, and that's the game. One turnover, and that's what happens. Well, I actually need to, sorry about this, I need to actually step away probably for the rest of the game. I was trying to squeeze it in. Looks like I'm a couple minutes short. We know the game's pretty much over anyways, but we'll go ahead and fortunately the announcers are not on or anything, but we will see the rest of the game. I'm not sure how much more I'll be able to call, though. It looks like maybe a play or two. The Giants have their timeouts, but they need 2 touchdowns, so we know it's over. And Tarkenton throws another interception. Okay. Oh, no, not another pick six. Okay. It's not a pick six, but now the Cowboys can simply, even if they just kneel to take away the Giants' timeouts, that would be enough. So Cowboys win. They go to 7-1, best team in the NFC. Thank you for watching. The game will continue to play for a minute and a half, but I will be checking out a little bit early. Thanks for watching. Come back for Sack to the Future, week number 10. Later, perhaps even tonight. Thank you. Have a good one.
Check, 55 to Mike. I got it. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Mike, about to go. Mike, you ready? Intended for number 24. Tight end right. Tight end right. Everyone's got 4. Cheetah! Sack, baby! Hit it! 8-3. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Here we go, Cut out. Come on, set! It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line. Tonight's final score, Cowboys 37, Giants 20.